Where?
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I am so happy that you're here tonight. I want to run this a little bit different than we normally do. Usually we have a meeting after the meeting where we converse and talk, and that's how I want this particular meeting to be running. And tonight, I want to be going over the Toastmaster core values. So who can tell me what those core values are?
Yay! I.R.S.E. Integrity, respect, service excellence. Give it an I. Give it an
I,
R.
I,
S,
R,
S.
R.
Yay!
Correct. I.R.S.E. I.R.S.E. Integrity. Now, integrity, as defined by Merriam-Webster Dictionary, is a firm's adherence to a code, especially moral or artistic values, their unimpaired conditions, and the quality of state of being is complete or undivided, which means that Toastmasters International needs to turn around and break all this stuff down for everyone to understand. So if we were going to be talking about the adherence to a code of especially moral or artistic values, what does that mean?
It means people treat each other differently than they do on Twitter.
Okay. Anyone else?
They
Anyone
should
else?
be decent human beings. My goodness gracious. Well, actually, Jim, I would wrap it up all in one word: accountability.
Uh-huh.
I
And
Okay.
I think I,
Nadine?
I'm sorry. I'll just say this one thing. I think part of the frame, part of the whole background of Toastmasters is that we're all growing together, we are learning together, we're on this journey together, and we take good care of each other.
Okay.
yes,
Nadine, what's your opinion?
I have none. No, I'm
Of
not quite
course you
sure.
do. All right, look, if someone told you there was a code, what does that mean?
That's gonna mean that there's a treasure somewhere where I need a code for.
No, no.
No, no, no. I don't know. I'm not
A,
sure.
a code means there's a set of rules to follow,
Oh,
right? You have a set of rules, A to B, one, two, three, four, whatever they are, however they're set up. Toastmasters International is no different. Every single organization, everywhere, has a set of rules that we all follow. So that's the first part of integrity. You need to have the rules and follow those rules. So what does that mean from your perspective? If you're going to follow the rules, what does that mean? So all your club members, every club member benefits when the rules of a speech contest are clearly understood and followed, when the rules of how to run a meeting are clearly understood and followed, when the rules of how to talk and communicate to each other are clearly understood and followed. When you turn around and you read your Toastmaster's promise and you clearly understand and follow that Toastmaster's promise. All of those things together is following the set of rules that Toastmasters International has put out there. Now, the second part of integrity is an unimpaired condition, a totally unimpaired condition. So, what does that mean to you?
We got to stop drinking before the meetings. Is that what you're saying?
it means no ifs, no buts.
Anybody else?
We're here fully.
Straightforward, straightforward, something that does
Straightforward,
not change.
does not change. Okay. Anyone else? I can probably sum it up in one word, and I'm probably going to have a lot of you go sit this. Oh my God, no way! Why didn't I think of that? But the word is transparency. It's that simple. You need to be transparent. You need to be able to provide the tools for everyone to be able to do everything. You need to be able to let everyone see everything that's going on. And when everyone can do that, it's totally unimpaired because everyone is on the same footing and everyone knows exactly what's happening. None of these backdoor closed room dealings and any of that kind of stuff. So
Nadine, you got to stop doing that, really.
yeah, really. So you need to be transparent. And then the third part of integrity, according to the dictionary, is the quality or state of being complete and undivided. Now, what does that mean? Anybody?
Fully present.
Being fair.
Fully present, being fair. What does that mean from a Toastmasters Club perspective?
We're all committed to the goals.
Committed to the goals. Absolutely. We're all committed to the goals. And we want to make sure that everybody is moving in the direction of the goals they want. The VPE is supposed to be out there finding out what those goals are, helping people move in that direction, pushing them along, making sure that their speeches are getting done, making sure that their projects are getting done, giving out the resources that are necessary. All of these things that we just talked about for the last 8 minutes is all about integrity. And if we don't have integrity, then nobody's going to give a crap about us. It's all about integrity. That's why integrity is first on the list. Then the next one after integrity comes respect, right? And respect is when we accept someone as they are or for who they are and how things are with them. So can someone talk to me about respect? What are your views on respect? And how do we use it here in this club?
Jim, maybe the golden rule applied? Application of the golden rule?
Sure, that always applies.
Thank
What's the
you.
golden rule?
Oh my gourd.
Tell me you're kidding.
It's okay. We can share it with her.
No, no, that means we have to be transparent. How about treating your neighbors as yourself?
Right.
Did you get that, May?
Yes,
Okay.
that's the golden rule.
Of course. You want to treat people the way you want them to treat you.
Oh,
Of
okay.
course.
I didn't know it was termed that way, so
Yeah.
that's what I do.
Yeah.
The
So if
other
you
form of the golden rule is whoever has the gold rules. So,
I like that from Hal, right? He who has the gold makes the rules. Yes.
Oh, well, then I guess it's good I have the gold.
it is good. You're in here making the rules, aren't you?
Apparently. Who else can tell me about respect? Joan, what are your views on respect? And
In
how
general,
do we use them here in Toastmasters?
have high regard for people. When I respect somebody, I highly regard them. And as you said, right now there are rules, and if we all follow the rules, there are unimpaired conditions. we're
Awesome.
all here, we're all
Yeah.
here to accomplish the same goal, and that is to become excellent speakers publicly.
Awesome. Yes.
Yes.
Anybody?
One other thing about adult to all this is everyone deserves respect, right?
I agree.
Every person, whether they are doing their first speech or they just got their 15th DTM. I don't know how many. I don't know what the world record is. Jim, do you know what the world record is on that, by the way?
I don't know. I'm sitting at 6. I have the paperwork done for my 7th.
And
I
that's
have no
got to be
idea.
the world record.
I have no idea what the record is.
So, okay, back to you,
I think
Jim.
you have the record.
Yeah, I think you have the record.
Yeah, I
I,
think you have the record.
I have a question, Jim.
42.
All right. I feel that anyone who carries those three letters DTM should, non-negotiable, know about I.R.S.E and explain it in their sleep in easy words that any child can understand. I think it's only fair. You carry a
You
title DTM, right?
you would think.
Well, we can start here at Santa Clarita,
We are
right?
starting here.
There you go. Thank you very much.
Yeah, because we have a whole audience here of everyone who wants to become a DTM. So we're teaching
Yes.
it.
Salamat. Thank you.
Santi, what can you tell me about respect? Calling all Santis.
Hi, Santi.
Yeah, I agree with you. Like, treat others the same way you want to be treated, and agree to disagree. And it's okay. Everybody has their own opinions, but um, give them that. Yeah, I think I don't know how to put it, but yeah. Um,
Awesome. Thank you so much. Yes, Nadine. You don't have to
Only
raise
that.
your don't have to raise your hand. We're not in a classroom. Just go ahead and say something. Whoop
Okay.
whoop.
Um, for me, respecting someone is also listening to them and looking them in the eye when you listen to them. Because I've noticed a lot of people that they just kind of like wonder and you feel like, are they really getting what I'm saying? So
I,
yeah,
I,
part of it is
I'm
listening.
looking at you in the eye, but you don't know that because the camera's over here and you're over here.
I guess I'm talking about in person. Yeah.
Yes. Reggie, sir.
You're muted, Reggie.
Yes, I'm here.
Awesome,
Just
sir. I'm glad that you're here. The
yes,
next part of the core values is service. Tell me about service.
service. What I understood from service is that you are assisting or helping others out of your way in a professionally and a good manner.
Okay. Anybody else?
Jim, you
Yes,
can
Reggie.
kind of slide in. It's not about you. Because I have observed many people want to gain titles because they want to be proud and have bragging rights. And I tell them again and again, with great power comes great responsibility. The more titles you have, the more you should serve. And they should know that. I don't
I
like
agree.
braggarts,
I
really.
agree.
Thank
There's
you.
no disagreement from me on that subject. And
Thank you.
I think the more you know and the more titles you have that prove you know something, the more you know, the more you should be helping.
Yes.
Now, this brings about a thought process because service, all right, let me put it to you this way. We're here, and one of the mantras on Toastmasters is where leaders are made. Everyone hear that before? Where leaders
Yep.
are made? So
Yes.
Yes,
if service is beneath you, leadership is beyond you. If service is beneath you, leadership is beyond you. If you're not willing to get out there and serve the people in your club as an officer, if you're not willing to do what it takes to make sure all your club members are reaching their goals and you're helping them, and anytime that they have a problem, you're there to be of service to them. If that's not your mindset, you're not going to become a leader. You need to be able to be of service to those around you in order for you to be a leader. Now, I know people are going to sit there and say, oh my God, how is this going to be? Or whatever. You hear me all the time. You constantly hear me say, you're not in this alone. And I truly believe that. And that's why I give out my email address and my phone number And I tell everybody, if you're running into a problem, don't knock your head against the wall. Pick up the phone, send me an email, find an answer. You are not in this alone. You don't have to sit there and stress over it. There are people in this organization who are willing to help you, but they're not mind readers. So you need to say something. And when you do, people will help. Now, we went through 3 things. Who can tell me what the 3 things you went through are? Hal.
No, oh no, I was thinking that. Vivian, I'm going to tell you 3 things. Give it to us, Vivian. You can do it.
All right, here goes. Just for you, Hal. Integrity, respect, service. And my favorite is
Yeah,
service.
we did. Yep.
That's,
Yep.
I was going to say my favorite service because what it means to me is the highest form of service is servant leadership, the highest form of leadership. Servant
Absolutely.
leadership. Thank you.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Now, the last part. The last part is excellence. You can never have excellence if any one of the first 3 are missing. You have to have all 3, or you will never, ever achieve excellence. So it's very important to understand that excellence means that you're striving to do more, you're striving to be great, even if it means you're making errors along the way. You go out there, you fix them, you do everything that you can in order to become better, but it doesn't work if you don't have the first 3. And you don't have to look far in your life. Does everybody here have a job? Who here does not have a job? If you have a job, were you ever excellent at that job? And if you're excellent at that job, were you able to be excellent without any of those 3?
We're with you, Jim.
You've lived this all your life. Whether you recognize it or not is a different story, but you lived it. You are living proof that the first 3 need to exist in order to achieve the last one. So those are all the different parts of the core values of Toastmasters International. And now that you know what they are, you need to ask yourself, we have this club here, right? We have all of us here. We're in the club and we want to be able to make this club excellent. And we want to turn around and be able to achieve president's distinguished or any of the distinguished and above categories. We want to be able to make sure all our members are moving towards their goals. They're all making their speeches. Anyone who wants to be DTM has a roadmap laid out. All those things have to happen. Who among you are going to make sure it happens?
I am.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah. Thank you.
So I heard 2. I know Vivian is 3, and I know I'm 4. So that means 1, 2, 3, 4 people didn't respond. So I want to know why not. So
Because
Nadine,
I'm already sorry.
you're
Go
what,
ahead.
May? Go ahead,
No,
May. Say it.
Nadine first.
I want to know why not.
Oh, because I'm already doing it.
Well, then why didn't you say yes?
I think I also meant to say yes. I just got sidetracked for a moment.
Uh-huh. And Santi and Reggie are so scared they turn off their video.
Oh my.
Santi, Reggie. Oh, there you are. All right, you guys didn't answer. Why not?
Road to the pathway.
All right. So I know I'm putting you guys on the spot, but Reggie, this is very, very important for you. It's very important, right? These four things are important. The understanding of service is very important to you because you're taking over as the president.
Oh,
Okay.
So it's very, very important that you understand this because it's going to drive your success as the president of this club. So you have my phone number, you have my email address. So if you have any questions about the stuff that we're going over in the core values tonight, please feel free to call me, talk to me, whatever you need to do. You're not in this alone. All here to help. You need it, reach out.
Sure.
Awesome. Santi. Hi.
Yeah.
So
I
tell me, what are you going to be doing this year to use the core values for yourself? What are you going to do?
First I'll join the Toastmasters. I mean, I still haven't registered, but something that I'm planning to do this week.
Wait a minute. You didn't send in the application again yet? Oh.
I I went on a vacation and came back last week.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
You know it's electronic, right? You can send it in electronically.
Yeah. I did not have access to the computer. Yeah,
I'm
but I'll do this week. Yeah.
I'm only poking at you, right? I'm only having fun here. That's fine. You send it in. All right. Let's assume you sent it in. Let's assume you're back to being a member of this club again. All right. So as a member of this club, what are you going to do using the core values to get you and everyone else to be excellent this year?
I will use the respect to listen to the speech, and if I am an evaluator, to provide them with the valuable feedback. And as for the service, I'm hoping that if there are any new members or if somebody is like asking about Toastmasters, then I would be able to guide them along and yeah, provide them the right resources.
All right. So I'm going to give everybody homework. You all got homework tonight. So write this down. Every one of you should speak at least once a month. At least once a month. Every single one, every single person in the club should get up there and make a speech at least once per month. So your homework assignment is to get a hold of the VPE and schedule 12 speeches, one a month, so the entire year is laid out. That's your homework assignment.
Who's our VPE again?
What's his name?
Robert.
Yeah, Robert. Robert.
Okay.
It's too
Yeah.
new.
I'm sorry, what's his name? Robert what?
Robert
Fermensky. Fermensky.
He spoke last week or 2 weeks ago.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
He was the speaker.
Got it.
The one who works at a mortgage company.
Right. I
Yeah.
should call him.
Yes.
Well, if you don't know where it is, when you log into the website, just go down to the members directory and then his email address and phone number are there.
So if we want to get everyone here speaking once a month, what does that mean? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 that are present. And we're only having 2 meetings where they can speak. That's going to be 4 per meeting if it's just us. I'm wondering if we should start considering the possibility of having 2 meetings live and 2 meetings on Zoom every month.
Well, I didn't say how you have to speak.
Okay. Oh, I see. So you're not saying we have to do speeches. You're saying if we're Toastmaster
Well,
or something.
well, no, you want to do speeches, but it doesn't mean that you have to do a speech, a 5-minute speech at the club. You can do a 30-minute speech in a mentoring session if you wanted to. And you can attach that to a pathways project.
Oh, yeah, and then have somebody evaluate it or something
Correct.
at the end.
And
Yeah.
have someone evaluate it so you get credit for it.
So we could actually have people do speeches during the mentorship thing.
Sure, you can have them
Specific about that topic.
you can have them doing it instead of me doing it. I'm up here now doing it for an hour, but if
Well,
you get two people to come up here and talk 30 minutes each on a different subject, it's perfectly fine.
not trying to move you out, Jim, but we also could possibly do like 20 minutes of it or 30 minutes of it being just a couple of speeches that were added, and then
Certainly.
the regular mentor session.
Yep, certainly.
Okay.
The point being, you're paying money, you want to follow the Toastmaster stuff, and you want to speak.
Okay. All right.
So
That
we
helps.
should all be speaking
Yes.
at least once a month.
I'm with
That's
you.
the goal.
I agree with you.
Right. And if you're like me and you're in multiple clubs, then you don't have to speak here. You can speak somewhere else, but you want to speak at least once a month, minimum. And if you haven't taken on any roles outside of speaker in the Toastmasters meeting, then you need to take on roles. Don't sit there and be the same role all the time. Switch it up, learn more, do things. So those are the things that you guys want to get a hold of the VPE for, and you want to set yourself up for success. Now, if you speak once a month, that's 12 speeches. So that's probably 2 levels. Unless you're beyond level 1, then you could probably get 3 levels out of it. Right? 12 speeches is a lot of speeches, right? But it'll get you some points. And those points will add up and be of some service to the club on the DCP board. But everyone should be doing that. The next thing I want to point out is everyone should be a mentor for somebody. So you guys need to get a hold of the VPE. You need to talk to you as a mentor, need to pick a mentee, and then you need to coordinate talking to each other. And the mentee should call the mentors at least once a week. At least once a week. And I don't care if you just call them up just to say hello. The mentee mentor, there's a relationship between the two, and you need to be building that rapport. So you need to talk to each other at least once a week, even if it's just for 10 minutes. So Joan, who do you want to mentor?
I don't know. I'm a mentee.
Ah,
Whoever. Can I share something? When you were talking about core values, I just got back from vacation Sunday,
yep.
and I went into the base camp last night and started, my pathways. And what got me excited is the evaluation criteria and the outline for your speech, because all sorts of ideas entered my mind as to how I can do my lectures at school without being dependent on PowerPoint. I'm trying to get
Awesome.
away from that and just, keep my students engaged. I feel bad because I've sort of muddled through the last 2 semesters, but I got really excited because as I went through that first assignment, I'm going to complete it this week. The ideas just started flowing through my mind as to how to give this information to my students. So I'm really excited about that.
Awesome. So when you say you went through it, did you go through all the different slides that are in there and all the different tips and tricks that they give you?
So the first part of the base camp is the evaluation criteria, the speech outline. What else I have here? I printed it out. And then there's one assignment where you watch a video of a person doing a speech, and it's not a very good speech. The person is not making eye contact. They're fidgeting with their hair. The only positive review that I gave is that you could tell that it was well researched, meaning that the speaker knew the topic very well, but it was her delivery. She didn't engage the audience. It was a whole list of things that they want you to write that didn't happen. And that was very helpful. Another tip they gave is when you give a speech, we all have phones now and pads, record yourself. And it's better than looking in the mirror, because when you record yourself, you rewind it and you really see what it is you're doing and how you come across. So I thought that was very valuable to me for what I want to do with this Toastmasters program.
Yes, I agree. So I'm going to give you part of the service is I'm going to give you a tip that actually came from Vivian. Right, so Vivian does a lot of she's a professional commentator, so she always says that you record yourself, and then after you record yourself and you go back, turn off the audio and see if your body language is speaking to your speech. If it's not, you need to change some gestures or whatever it is for your body. And then go back and start it again. But turn off the video and just listen to the audio. And does that audio deliver your speech the way it's supposed to be? And if it doesn't, then you need to go ahead and make the adjustment. So maybe you have the wrong vocal variety, or maybe it's too soft or too loud, or however it is. Maybe you don't have any emotion in there, or it's not coming through, but you want it. Right? So you can adjust accordingly. But turn off the audio first, watch the video, then turn off the video and listen to the audio.
And something else in the first curriculum, or what they call it in there in base camp, is your ability to take and receive criticism and critiques. I think that we think that criticism is a 4-letter word, but it's not. When you're trying to achieve what you said at the beginning of this meeting, excellence. So you need to know what your weaknesses are in order to make them strengths.
Certainly. I agree.
That's the only way you're going to get better. As when my sons were playing football when they were little and they would lose, I said, okay, so what can you do differently the next time you get out on that field other than practice, you know?
Yep. Awesome. Go, Mom. Go, Mom.
That's
All
a
right.
great strategy.
Does anyone else have any other questions about the stuff that we covered tonight? Nadine, what are the core values?
Integrity, respect, service, and that combines excellence.
Awesome. Santi, what is service?
Able to help others, going out of way and not expecting anything in return.
Reggie, what is excellence?
Excellence is without respect and service, you cannot become an excellent person. So you need to excel in service and respect.
Joan, what is respect?
Integrity.
Thank you, Reggie.
I didn't hear you.
What is
Joan.
What is respect?
High regard for someone is respect.
Vivian, what is integrity?
Baseline is walk the talk. It's not about promises. It's not about what you say. It's about the action you take.
Thank you.
To me, excellence is really good strawberry pie. Just say that.
Well, I'm in Florida, so it's all about the key lime pie.
Oh, there you are. Yes.
Right. From Key
Is it
Largo.
green?
Yeah, from Key Largo.
Green? Oh.
Key lime pie comes from the Florida Keys.
Is it green? Because I see them as yellow.
Yes, it's green.
Green? Oh, okay.
Because it's from a lime, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Summer dessert.
Marie calendar.
All right. Is there anything else that we want to discuss in terms of the core values?
Question, Jim.
Yes, Vivian.
You know what happens when there's a lesson for the day and everybody says, I got it, and 24 hours later, duh, and 1 week later, never mind. So if I may raise the bar and help people become happier and get more promotions in the workplace, every meeting we apply the same question that is asked at the end of every project in every level, in every pathway. And when I say that, people are like, huh? What? I said, yeah, it's the same last question before you study, and it's the same last question after. You know, there's a questionnaire before and after. And the last is always, are you aware of how this applies to your life in Toastmasters? And everybody lies and says 5, yes. So how about in Santa Clarita, you choose one of the 4 values every meeting and say how you applied that one value in your life since the last meeting. Then I will believe you have integrity because you walked the talk, because you applied it. It's like my saying, you see the part behind me? Yes, I will walk 30 minutes every day. Ha ha ha. Integrity, do I walk? No, I just look at it. Huh? See? No integrity in my weight loss. So it's the same thing here, right? I mean, seriously. Choose one, any. And then just say it in one sentence, no long explanations, right? I did service by whatever. And I was excellent by not being sloppy, right? Things like that. Nice and easy.
So does everyone want to take that on? I see. Yes, yes, yes. Nadine?
I'll try. It's sometimes hard to remember.
Okay, Hal?
I'm going to volunteer to be Reggie's mentor if he's up for that. He asked me last time we were there, and I was like, I don't know, but yeah, I'll volunteer to be Reggie's mentor on being a president.
Awesome.
Because I've done that.
But that didn't answer my question.
That was my answer.
Are you ready to do what Vivian said?
I just said I'm doing it. That was my answer. I just put together, I said I'm going to mentor Reggie for the next 3 months, which is doing what we talked about today.
Okay. May, are you ready to do it?
If Reggie wants that. So.
I want.
All right, cool.
Are you ready to do it, May?
I've been doing it. I've been supporting people in all the
Vivian was talking about writing down how you applied one of the core values within the next week.
Okay, are we sending it to you?
No, we're sending it to Vivian.
Thank you.
Vivian is gonna be our gatekeeper.
Thank you.
All right.
And
all
no
good?
alibis, Jim, because on the spot, people say yes, but you know my sentiments here. I've heard every alibi except my pet dog died, right? So really, no. So for me, alibis, excuses, blaming, which is number 1 on my hate list and my hit list, there's no I.R.S.E there. So if you don't want to do it, say, no, I don't want to do it. It's okay. But don't say yes and not do it. And you know my stand, where I've asked people. I deliver talks here, precious, professional talks that I do outside. I do it for free because I love you. And all I need you to tell me is this is what I picked up. 1 month, 2 months. Hey, man, where's the respect there? Give me a break. I just want to make sure I was serving you well.
So here's my concern. I have to say my concern on this is this adds we're in Toastmasters, right? We're all doing stuff. As long as we're participating and moving forward, right? Life is great. I think adding a a gatekeeper, someone who is in charge of telling people, here, you didn't do what you were supposed to do. I just don't think that fits what we're doing in Toastmasters. So that's my issue,
Yeah.
if you want to know.
Yeah,
Okay, so that's not what she's trying to get at.
I know, but just it's like, if so, this is just me. I will come and work my ass off in Toastmasters, but if somebody comes and starts telling me, hey, you forgot this one letter in the thing,
that's not what she's asking for.
Okay, I just want to make sure. So
Yeah,
I'm not interested in having. I just want to be clear on this.
Not what
I'm
she's
not
asking
interested in having anybody talk to me about that stuff. I'm just not interested in it.
Yeah, that's not what she's trying to do.
Okay, I'm interested in changing people's lives. I'm interested in contributing. I'm interested in working with Reggie and moving things forward. I'm interested in us having an amazing time and people being empowered to accomplish what they want. The one thing I'm not interested in is having some boss.
Same here.
Yeah,
just to be clear,
she's not trying to be a boss.
Okay, all right, okay. And now I'm done talking.
All Vivian is looking for is to see that we're learning something.
Well,
that's the only thing she's asking. What did you learn?
So my answer to that question is no. I
Awesome.
will not have that conversation with Vivian.
Okay, awesome.
So, and I like Vivian. I think she brings all kinds of value, and she's fun and interesting. All that. That's a structure I don't want to be part of.
That's okay. Thank you.
You bet.
Thanks, Hal. I feel the same way too. So yes, count me in.
Thank you, Jim. Thank you, Hal. Thank you, May. The purpose here is Jim and I had a conversation about how we asked around and realized many members didn't know. There were 4 pillars, there were 4 values, there were 4 core blah. And for tonight, I was going to give my triple stars to Hal when he said he's going to take care of Reggie for 3 months. That's it. You already say, I love it. So there you go. I mean, you volunteered first, and that's the magic I was looking for someone to offer himself in service without being asked.
Yep.
So tonight you got, yes, those gold stars, Hal, because you offered without being asked. Now that is service.
Yes.
There you go. No need to report. You're already mentored. Lucky you, Reggie. Seriously.
Yeah. Definitely. I need help. I need help.
You're going to be great, Reggie. Don't worry.
Yeah, you're not in this alone, Reggie. There's people here who are willing to help you.
I'm in the basic baby steps. I need to know because I don't know anything. I just want to learn and become a successful, president and leader.
It's okay. You're taking the baby steps.
Yeah.
The trick that Hal's going to do is he's going to teach you how to run with baby steps.
It's just one step at a time. One step at a time. You'll be fine.
Yeah. If you want to know about how scary it is, ask Nadine. She went through it last year. Same exact thing that you're doing now. She went through it last year. Same exact thing.
But I figured it out. Took a while, but I got there, and we're now distinguished. So I'm happy about that. Yay! So Reggie, I'll give you a whole rundown of what I did, what the things are, what the tricks are, and then how to put all the personality into you that you need.
Great. Yeah.
I'm waiting to see Reggie turn into Hal. Then he's gonna get. Let me tell you 3 things.
That won't be part of our president's mentoring conferences.
Seriously, Hal, the reason I want Reggie to realize this is Hal is a professional, big-time trainer, and Hal let everyone know, because the others don't, the field you're in. It's a difficult field, and anyone that you offered for 3 months to do this service for, this is gold. Seriously, it's gold. I'm serious.
And the one
maybe I just have this weird independence streak, but when you talk about corporate training, I was at a point where I was signing the document on one deal, and this is 20 years ago, 25 years ago. The deal was $44,000 for us to do 4 weeks of training.
Wow.
And the guy says to me, as soon as you sign this, I'm your boss. And I looked up and I said, what does that mean exactly? And he goes, I'm going to be on you left and right. And I put the pen down and I said, no, thanks. And I turned and started to walk out, and he went, wait a minute, I was just joking. And I said, you boss me around for 1 minute and this thing's over. And he goes, no, I'm out of the loop. He said, I was just joking. So I signed it and we didn't have a problem. maybe I just have this independent streak, but it's like, you know what? I do a good job and I don't need a boss. That's why I run my own business. So sorry if
wow, Reggie, you're going to learn about gumption.
Now to
You know
learn
why I
this,
like, I'll tell you why I like Hal. I'm 71. I haven't had a boss since I was 29. I've been an entrepreneur before. People said the word entrepreneur, but the word I always used was, we're partners. Let's hold hands. Let's do this together. If one of us falls, pick us up. But no boss. You're correct, Hal. I haven't had a boss since I was 29, but I've had partners.
Yes, I totally believe in contributing to people. I totally believe in helping people, all that kind of stuff. And that's why I love Toastmasters. That's why I'm here. And by the way, that's who you've always been, Jim. You know, you've always, even though you have more experience than any of us, you've always contributed. You've always done what you could to help people. You know, it's like, I think you're a star in that area.
Wow.
So, and Vivian, I do
the light
really
bulb
like.
go on.
Lots of love here.
Yeah.
Right.
So,
Seriously, I don't know if you saw this along the way, Hal. You saw this. I met Jim at a meeting somewhere, and then we ended up talking about why are there so many titles and we're not seeing that thing, right? Like when you're DTM, I want to hear Lord, and which goes to today's I.R.S.E. Jim and I talked about it, and there's only one reason here. No one bosses anyone around. But when you walk and you say you're a DTM or you're Toastmaster, I want people to say, wow, I still have mentors at 71. I am not too proud because they're not my boss. They're my partners. They're my guiding light. They're a hand to hold. I'm never too old to have a mentor. I'll be my mentor too.
you know what? I think pretty much every person here could mentor everyone in this group on something. There's something everybody here has that's incredibly valuable, and so like Nadine could teach me how to roller skate. I think it would be really difficult, but and I think that kind of stuff's totally okay. So I'm with you on that. Anyway, back to you, Jim.
You brought that roller skate thought process up. I just can't stop picturing you in Nadine's outfit.
My Lord.
Okay, that wasn't the purpose.
Oh my.
Your next Halloween costume?
Oh my.
So
all right. So if there's nothing else on the core values, I'm gonna go ahead and stop recording, and then we can just go into our friendly meeting after the meeting